Canada has been ripping off the United States of America and hardworking Americans for decades. The rate of tariffs across the board, if you look at Canada, American cheese and butter, nearly 300% tariff. India, 150% tariff on American alcohol, 100% tariff on agricultural products from India. Japan, tariffing rice, 700%. President Trump believes in reciprocity. The president fully endorses the continuing resolution that is before Congress and was negotiated by Speaker Johnson. He is encouraging all Republicans to vote yes on this clean CR, which freezes funding at current levels and will prevent the Democrats from getting their long-awaited government shutdown. CBP launched an enhanced home mobile app with a new feature, the Intent to Depart, which offers unlawfully present aliens or those aliens whose parole has been revoked an orderly and defined process to notify the U.S. government of their intent to depart the country. The number of aliens trying to reach our country by traveling through the jungle to Central America dropped a whopping 99% last month. Illegal border crossings plummeted last month, down 94%. The average cost of a dozen eggs is actually down $1.85. It will take about 3 to 6 months to get the egg supply back to where it should be. Secretary Rubio has the right to revoke a green card or a visa for individuals who are adversarial to the foreign policy and national security interests of the United States. And Mahmoud Khalil is siding with Hamas terrorists who have killed innocent men, women, and children. Organized group protests that not only disrupted college campus classes and harassed Jewish American students and made them feel unsafe on their own college campus, but also distributed pro-Hamas propaganda, flyers with the logo of Hamas. This administration is not going to tolerate individuals having the privilege of studying in our country and then siding with pro-terrorist organizations that have killed Americans. The manufacturing sector gained 10,000 new jobs in just 1 month under President Trump. The automobile sector, where we saw 9,000 new auto jobs created already. That is the most auto jobs added to the economy in 15 months. This was a complete turnaround from the Biden administration, losing an average of 9,000 manufacturing jobs per month last year. Merck has opened a $1 billion facility at its North Carolina site. Eli Lilly's plans to invest at least $27 billion to build 4 new manufacturing plants here in the United States. Pfizer has also said it's considering moving their manufacturing overseas right here to the United States. When we purchase products made in the USA, the profits stay here, the revenue stays here, and most importantly, the jobs stay here.
Ukraine, ceasefire, just agreed to a little while ago. Now we have to go to Russia, and hopefully President Putin will agree to that also. We're going to meet with them later on today and tomorrow.
As an act of faith in America, Tesla is going to double vehicle output in the United States within the next 2 years.
Canada would be great as our cherished 51st state. You wouldn't have to worry about borders. Canada is very highly taxed, and we're very low tax. I think this country is going to boom. The hard way to do it is exactly what I'm doing, but the results are going to be 20 times greater. And remember, Trump is always right. You look at what I've said over the last 10 years. Trump has been right.
It's 0 to 60 miles an hour in 2 seconds. It's faster than a Ferrari.
This is a different panel than I've had. Everything's computer. That's beautiful. This is really amazing.
We're going to be very careful with any interruption to benefits. In fact, only by tackling the waste and fraud in entitlements like Social Security, Medicare, can we actually preserve those programs for the future. Because with unchecked fraud and waste, we won't be able to afford them. If we don't solve the budget deficit, we're going to go bankrupt as a country. If we go bankrupt as a country, there's no Social Security, there's no Medicare, there's no nothing.
I had a meeting with some of the biggest tech companies in the world. All they're talking about is investing in this country.
So when you look at the market selling off, that didn't concern you? And
Nope,
where do you see it going?
Doesn't concern me. I think we're going to have an economy that's a real economy, not a fake economy. This is a fake economy. They were putting in all government jobs. You see what happened last week, last month? We had more real jobs, and government jobs are way down. That's going to continue. Those are real jobs. Those are jobs that keep the country going. You can't have all government jobs. You have no income to pay the workers. We have a lot of cameras up. We already know who some of them are. We're going to catch them. And they're bad guys. They're the same guys that screw around with our schools and universities. You do it to Tesla and you do it to any company. We're going to catch you, and you're going to go through hell.
Alex Jones, InfoWars, one of his producers was brutally murdered in Austin, Texas. We're going to have a TV exclusive right now with Alex Jones.
Jamie White has been there 7-8 years. Really good friend of mine, really smart person, one of our lead writers, and also helped produce some of the shows. He made post about 30 minutes before he was killed, just a few miles from the studio outside of his apartment, by his car. He was fighting for his life within 15 minutes, and he died at the hospital. They have 2 suspects. They wouldn't say who. Jamie White was put over a year ago on the main Ukrainian government intelligence hit list.
This is Jamie White's tweet. I'm on the Ukrainian enemies list due to my work at InfoWars and with real Alex Jones on the Ukraine proxy war. The group who compiled the list is tied to the U.S. State Department, USAID, USAID, CIA, and George Soros.
The Trump administration is now flagging dozens of woke terms that federal workers should limit or avoid using in government documents. Agency managers are advising a purge of the woke nonsense, which includes several DEI terms like chest feeding and they-them pronouns, allyship, climate crisis, gender identity, and racial justice.
But there you can see just how expansive this list is.
Have you ever paid a tariff? Because I have.
When we have fair and balanced trade, which the American people have not seen in decades, revenues will stay here, wages will go up, and our country will be made wealthy again. And I think it's insulting that you are trying to test my knowledge of economics and the decisions that this president has made. I now regret giving a question to the Associated Press.